Right now, brought to you by Ford and your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. It is Dallas Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones. Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, guys?
We are doing great. We'll be doing even better if you tell us that you think Shaq Leonard is signing with the team today.
We just have no idea right now. It's a work in progress, and we'll see.
Is there a lot of back and forth with that, or is that like, did he leave and he's like, I'm gonna take my time and you just let it be?
There's hadn't been a lot of back and forth. We had a great visit and kind of laid everything out for him, our vision for him, and how he could help us win a championship. And I think he enjoyed his visit here, but obviously there's more than us involved here, and we'll just have to see.
How much were you paying attention or locked into the Eagles-San Francisco 49ers game, as not only record implications, but those seem like two of the teams to beat in the NFC?
Oh, just a little bit, not much. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I was like, oh, no.
I thought you were serious. I was worried. Worried.
No. We obviously watched every play and, obviously very interested in what both teams are doing. I mean, they're obviously two of the best in the NFC, and at some point we know for a fact we're getting ready to see the Eagles, and probably know at some point we'll maybe see them both again. Who knows?
But you're allowed to admit that you were definitely rooting for the 49ers yesterday then, right?
Well, there was no question there. I mean, our only path to a home game is for the Eagles to come back to us a little bit here, and certainly that was a plus. And not that we're big 49er fans either. Usually we're rooting for them to stumble, but I'm sure they do the same with us as well. And certainly Detroit's out there with they had a great day yesterday. We paid a lot of attention to it. So, it's right there at the top, there's a really good group of teams there.
Mike McCarthy has talked a lot this year about the trimesters and moving through each one of those. Has there been a different plan for growth for each one of those trimesters? Like, I want to add this to it, and I want to see what my team is at this point, and then continue to grow there?
I think it's a work in progress. I think you're evaluating yourself as you go. I think one of the big turning points for us was the bye week. And, I think we were able to, really sit back during the bye week and really evaluate ourselves, self-scout ourselves, have the defense look at our offense look at our defense, look at the special teams, through a hard lens. And, I think we made big improvements and became a better football team after the bye week. I think this 10 days, we all know that's a tough stretch there when you go Sunday, Thursday, and but we do get the mini bye week here, and I think we'll take advantage of that. And hopefully, we'll do things to improve as a football team. There's certainly, when you watch the Seattle game, there's a lot of things, that we can do better. Defensively, obviously, hats off to Seattle. They had a great game plan and moved the ball well, which is something we're not accustomed to on the defensive side of the ball. And, again, we had some opportunities in the red zone that we didn't totally cash in on that would have probably made the game, not as tight, but, that's part of it. And I just think we'll take those things. We'll learn from the Seattle game and hopefully improve as we move forward.
I have to admit I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, though, as the report came out over the weekend. Tom Pelissero said that the NFL issued no fines for the Cowboys' Salvation Army kettle hopping celebration. I know in the past that has been fined. Was there any kind of conversation between y'all and the league pointing out like, hey, this is a charity thing that we're doing, so can we cut us some slack?
Well, that's always our battle cry, when we have had fines in the past. But, hats off to the players, hats off to, everybody involved there. It's certainly, something that, all the notoriety that comes with that and all the branding that comes with the Salvation Army. We know how great they are for people who are in need and aren't as fortunate as most people in the world. And they do such a great job at getting a big part of what's given to the Salvation Army makes its way to the people who need it. And I think the players understand that. I think anybody involved in that understands that. Obviously, the halftime show was magnificent with Dolly and brought a lot of eyeballs to the kettle, and certainly is a great way to kick off the Red Kettle campaign for the holidays, so that money can be raised to get to the people who are less fortunate.
Hey, Stephen, I'm just trying to figure this out, and I'm kind of curious if you can help me pinpoint a little bit, because we have a lot of discussions about Kellen Moore still and Mike McCarthy and some of those changes. What do you think what is the biggest difference between what was Kellen Moore's team and what is this year's version with Mike McCarthy?
In no way Kellen Moore did just an amazing job while
yes.
he was here.
Yeah.
And so, what he did here, and Mike appreciated what he had done with Dak, and, didn't want to have a sea change overnight with all the success we were having. But in the meantime, I do think, Mike's been able to clean up some of the things that, if people were to be critical of Dak, which is hard to do because for the most part, he's played at a high level from the day he walked in the league as a rookie. But I do believe some of the things we're doing has cleaned up, some of the interceptions, which we all know how critical turnovers are when it comes to winning a football game. And certainly Dak's cleaned that up. I think he's thrown some of the, one of the quarterbacks in the league that's thrown the fewest number of interceptions. We're protecting the ball. And, I think we're just doing a really good job of getting the ball to the right people, executing. I think the running game's coming along. Can we be better? Absolutely. Can we be a little better in the red zone? I think those are all things that we'll continue to work to be better. And I think that'll happen.
Now, you were given some hats off earlier. Should we also say hats off to Jason Witten as he led Liberty Christian to a state high school championship?
Absolutely. All Jason Witten is a winner, and no one appreciates Texas high school football more than me, certainly doing it there with his sons on the team. I certainly had a son who was a very successful high school athlete, leading the Highland Park Scots to state championships. So no one gets a better thrill of seeing what Jason accomplished there with his sons and his football team and getting it done. Hats off to him, and his sons are going to be really good athletes, and just happy for him.
Well, we always appreciate you jumping on, and obviously hope we're all happy when we talk this next Monday after the Eagles game.
Sounds great, guys. Happy holidays.